people who still wear masks, I jokingly call them NDP lawn signs for your face. But really, I know how you voted. You got that thing on your face. You're scowling at me. You're still following the marks that they haven't peeled off the floor of the grocery store.
Yep.
I know exactly how you voted in this last election. I don't have to guess whose lawn sign you had on your lawn because you still have it on your face.
Yes.
Now, this...
And if I may add, I'm sure if this person, because these people you speak of will also have, if they have a Twitter account, the LGBTQ plus flag.
For sure.
And their gender pronouns.
Oh, and the little like needle emoji after their name. Like 2 or 3 of them. So you know they got both jabs and a booster. Hashtag boosted.
Yeah. So I know exactly what team you're on. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, I was going to ask you, this brings up a greater issue, and I know Olivia's probably like, hurry up, get out of the studio. But it brings up a greater issue of like, what the heck happened to comic books and the entire comic industry, comic movies? It's so relentlessly woke. Is it just the nerds involved? I don't understand. These aren't my people, but they're yours. So
well, you know what? It's very hard to find reading material in genre that is not woke.
It used to be all about, sorry to interrupt you, like masculine men saving the damsel in distress. This is like a story of time immemorial.
Yeah.
Wrapped in like a cool package. It's not like that at all. And I don't even understand why people read it. No,
I don't either. And the thing is, I go back, see, to me, in terms of film, right? Because, the ultimate irony, I think, of comic books these days, Sheila, is that all the ancillary spin-offs, the Mega Million movies, right? The video games, the merchandise, it all dwarfs on a revenue basis the original medium, the print comic book, right? And in fact, I think you see more of an adult population reading comic books than you do of children today. And, it's
kids don't read. They don't read anymore.
It's sad,
physical books at all.
And it's a shame. But I can tell you, I look back what I consider to be the gold standard of the superhero movies, and that would be the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight trilogy.
Okay.
And, I urge your viewers, if they haven't seen it, the third movie, well, they're all good, especially the second and third one, The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. But The Dark Knight Rises is probably the most right of center superhero movie you could ever see today. And in fact, to such an extent, Sheila, I don't know if that could be made today in Hollywood. And that only goes back, I'm thinking, 11 years. I think it came out in 2012. So, and now these were hugely successful movies. So there is a pent-up appetite out there for that.
I think Top Gun is an example of this.
Oh, the sequel?
The success of the sequel to Top Gun. It was just straight masculine, nothing woke, and it was a box office smash.
Yeah, and that's the way it should be. Top Gun, you're talking about fighter jet pilots.
Yeah.
Now, the left automatically, the likes of blackface, that's a lot of toxic masculinity. But as I've said to you before, thank God during, the Korean conflict, World War I, World War II, thank God we had toxic masculinity, because that's what wins wars for you, right? Not some kind of transgender agenda where goodness knows what it is about. And maybe that's one of the big reasons right now, Sheila, and the Canadian Armed Forces are having a hell of a time recruiting. Because basically they're saying, oh, you're a man's man? Yeah, we used to like you. Now we'd prefer if you get in touch with your feminine alter ego.
Yeah, it's toxic masculinity wins wars and sets people free.
Sorry, it's the way it is.
It's so funny how we've come from like raising the flag at Iwo Jima to like raising the pride flag and pulling down the Canadian flag on Canadian military
or
bases.
Modifying the Canadian flag like Chubb Fire and Security did to make it a multicolored monstrosity, which is, and by the way, that's another funny thing, isn't it, Sheila? We did a story on that. And that's completely verboten to flag etiquette.
Yeah.
You cannot modify. And when they say modify, they're even talking about the length of the 2 red bars, the size of the maple leaf. Can't monkey around with any of it. And then out of wokeism, this fire and security company in Mississauga, Chubb, decides, we're going to paint it 7 colors. No, you cannot do it. why do you think you're doing something good when your goodness is a violation of flag etiquette to begin with?
Yeah, it just reminds me of the pot leaf flags, like,
Oh, sure.
the green ones.
And someone gets one of those made or buys one, and,
Sure.
and it's for your room or you're marching down
I
Yonge
guess.
Street. But when it's the flag on your corporate headquarters,
Yeah.
right? That's a different kettle of fish.
Yeah. Oh, hey, what you just saw there is a clip from my weekly full-length show, The Gun Show. It airs on Wednesday, but this is the internet. You can watch it whenever you feel like. You just have to become a subscriber to our paywalled premium content. Just go to rebelnewsplus.com to become a member today.